Hi, David Ricklin here, and today I'd like to talk about relationships. Building a great relationship with someone isn't easy, and sometimes our romantic relationships can seem overwhelmingly complicated and difficult. But what if there was a single root cause to our relationship problems? And what if we could solve most of our relationship problems by addressing this one core issue? That's the belief of Margaret Paul, an author, speaker, and expert on love, marriage, and relationships. We've asked her to share her wisdom on love and relationships with our audience today. So now I'd like to turn things over to Margaret Paul.
Hi, I'm Dr. Margaret Paul. I'm the co-creator of the powerful Inner Bonding Healing Process and author of 8 published books and relationship and love expert. And I'd like to talk to you today about what is the major underlying reason why relationships have problems. There's actually one major reason. Even though there's a lot of different kinds of relationship problems, there's generally one major reason that underlies these problems, and that is self-abandonment. So let's talk for a few minutes about what is self-abandonment. Self-abandonment means that you are not taking responsibility for your own feelings of peace and joy and happiness and self-worth and safety. It means that in a number of different ways, you're abandoning these feelings. And so one of the ways that people abandon their feelings is just to ignore them. Instead of being in your body and feeling your feelings and being aware of when you're feeling anxious or depressed or worried or scared or hurt or angry or guilty or shamed, you're ignoring these feelings. And one of the ways that people commonly ignore their feelings is they stay in their head. They go into their left brain, their ego, wounded, self-programmed mind, and they hope by staying up there that somehow their feelings will magically go away, magically get better. Another major way that people abandon themselves is they judge themselves. They judge themselves harshly as not being good enough, important enough, lovable enough, successful enough, attractive enough, all kinds of ways that we judge ourselves. And we often tell ourselves that if we're not good enough, it means that then other people won't like us, other people won't love us, and we're going to end up alone. And this creates a lot of fear inside that we have to be right and we have to be perfect, we have to do things good enough. And then another way that we abandon ourselves is we participate in a lot of addictions, either substance addictions like food or drugs or alcohol, or process addictions like TV or work or sex or buying a lot of stuff. And we hope that what this does is it fills up the emptiness and the aloneness that comes about when we abandon ourselves. I'd like you to take a look inside for a moment and see how often do you feel alone and empty and anxious and depressed inside, and how often do you really attend to those feelings? How often do you take responsibility for being the cause of those feelings? What generally happens is that we blame the past, or we blame other people or circumstances or even God for these feelings rather than take responsibility for them. And finally, another way that we abandon ourselves is we make somebody else responsible for our feelings. We blame them. We give ourselves up to them. We try and control them. And this is what causes so many relationship problems. So I'd like to invite you to come to innerbonding.com to take our free course, our free 7-day course, and try our membership site out for a free 7 days. When you learn the inner bonding process, you will learn how to take loving care of yourself rather than continue to abandon yourself.
Thanks, Margaret. For more advice on how to improve your relationships, please visit the links on the right. Before we close, I'd like to ask all of our viewers for their feedback. What do you think of the ideas Margaret laid out in the video? Do you agree or disagree with the idea that lack of self-love is at the heart of all relationship problems? Leave your answer in the comments below, And if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel.